live!
Yay!
Okay.
Finally.
All right, folks, sorry about that. Definitely technical issues we were not expecting. So you can clearly see that our screen is a little bit different tonight. We're going to have slides on this side, and we'll be talking from this side. And I think we need to figure out how to go back in the presentation, though. Are we on the very first page of the slides? I can't tell. I didn't think so.
Here.
So if you can maneuver that, that would be awesome.
There we go.
Nice. All right. I'm going to share it real quick. We're going to write a post. All right. Okay. After some technical issues, we are live. Post. Okay. And then let's talk to Miss Emily. Okay, try now. There we go. All right. Beautiful. You know what? Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We are so glad that you are here with us today. We hope that your day has been just grand and that you've gotten lots accomplished and you got to enjoy the nice weather. And we're really going to talk tonight about one really crucial aspect of wellness and disease. And we want to really talk about prevention. And one of the things that we do that is we get to detox. And when our bodies are functioning optimally, we always feel better. We think more clearly, right? We have more energy, and we always look our best, right? Like I said, we're going to talk about detoxing. We want to talk about, how to do it safely, right? We want to talk about foods that contribute to toxic buildup in your body. And take this time to share this in your chat or
on your timeline.
Yeah. Why can I never remember what that's called? Oh my gosh. Start a watch party with your friends. Really just the more people that we can help educate and empower in these, heavy, stressful times where fear is running rampant. We really want to bring a positive message to the world. And so here we go. Oh, and by the way, if you have any questions, make sure you put them down in the comments below, and we'll get to them just as quickly as we can. Are you guys ready? Yay! Let's go.
All right. So first, in order to understand how to detoxify, let's just start talking a little bit about what toxicity is. So toxicity is the degree to which a substance, either a toxin or a poison, can cause harm. And here are two medical distinctions of toxicity. So acute toxicity involves harmful effects in an organism through a single or short-term exposure to that toxin. And then chronic toxicity, on the other hand, is the ability of a substance or mixture of substances to cause harmful effects over an extended period, usually with repeated or continued exposure of those.
Sorry.
And sometimes this chronic toxicity can last for the entire life of the exposed organism.
Yes, indeed. Sorry, we got a guest that I wanted to welcome. Hi, Sarah. Thanks for joining us.
Hello.
Yes. All right. So the elimination process, right, is the body's natural process to detoxify, right? And it's done by removing. I've had a speech impediment all day today.
That's okay.
Removing impurities from the blood, right, through the liver, where toxins are really sent to process for elimination. The body, although, also eliminates through our kidneys, right, and our intestines, our lungs, our lymphatic system, and even our skin. We're continually bombarded with various chemical and environmental toxins.
Yeah.
Right?
It's true.
And, they really slow down the body's elimination process. Detoxification is about resting. It's about cleansing and nourishing the body from the inside out. Right? And many believe that detoxing can help prevent disease by removing and eliminating those toxins. And then you feed your body with healthy nutrients. Kind of like cleaning out the garbage can.
Indeed.
Linda's with us too. Hi, Linda.
Hi, Mom. So how does detoxification work? The goal of any detox program is to help boost the body's natural cleansing process by resting the organs through fasting, stimulating the liver to drive toxins out of our bodies, promoting elimination through the intestines, kidneys, and skin, improving the circulation of the blood, and refueling the body with healthy nutrients.
Indeed.
And I can attest to that.
Right? We both can, actually. Dr. Sarah and I completed a cleanse week 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're starting our second week of our weight loss program.
Yep.
So we did a very heavy veg cleanse week. We had very, really good fat, low, clean protein. And then we had some tonifying herbs and supplements that helped us with elimination. And, we're going to kind of ad-lib a little bit about that as we go through. So we're really on the court with you guys in this. It's live in our lives and active.
Yeah.
All right. So people often wonder, well, how do I know if I'm toxic, Dr. Sarah? They go, well, what do I know? How do I know, right? What do I feel? So let's really talk about some of those common symptoms that toxicity can include. It's not limited to just these. These are just some. So unexplained fatigue, right? You're exhausted and you have no idea why. You have sluggish elimination, right? Bowel issues. You have a hard time going. You don't go often enough. Irritated skin. Maybe you've got a rash or psoriasis or eczema, dermatitis, things like that. And then allergies, right? Seasonal allergies, food allergies, all of those can play a role into the level of toxicity that is in your system. A low-grade infection, puffy eyes or bags under your eyes. The one thing I noticed was my right eye cleared up really well, but I still have this left eye that's got a little bitty bag under it some days. And I'm like, I keep on working on that.
I feel like my bags under my eyes have gotten better, and I feel like my skin has cleared up.
That's awesome.
General.
Yay! Yeah. Youthful glow. Bloating, right? Bloating is definitely a sign of toxicity. Menstrual problems, right? Irregularity, heavy flow, anything that's irregular there. And mental confusion, right? Brain fog, maybe me today. So anyone who experiences one or more of those on the regular can benefit from even a short detox to help alleviate the stress on your body. So, question, and I want to see some comments. Jacqueline, thank you for joining us. Meredith.
Mary Beth. Hi, Mary Beth.
Welcome. And Joshua.
Hi, Josh.
Nice. So, pop it down in the comments. How many of you experienced one or more of these symptoms on a regular basis, right? And did you ever consider that they may be attributed to toxicity?
All right. So detoxing is not a new discovery by any means. For centuries, cultures around the world have practiced detoxification as part of religious rituals and have been rewarded with health benefits because of that. So here are some results that others have reported to experiencing after a detox.
Mm-hmm.
Clearer skin.
Yep.
Weight loss.
I'm down 10.
Increased immunity. Lessened cravings.
Yeah, I'm not craving chocolate like I was before. And coffee.
I know. Even the first few days, I was like, I drove by fast food places and I'm like, I don't eat fast food that much, but I really want it. But like the last week or so, at least, I have that need for it.
It's really neat.
Food intolerance relief, improved clarity and sense of well-being, elimination of excess waste, and more energy.
We did a little bit of that.
Yeah. So that sounds good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before you start thinking detoxing sounds too good to be true, keep in mind it does take a lot of work.
It does take some
discipline,
work.
I would say. The effort that you put in will lead you to results that you're looking for, but you have to be willing to really work for it.
Yeah, you do. All right. So let's take a look at some toxic foods. All right. So aside from the obvious external factors such as chemicals, right, in our clothing, in our furniture, in our cleaning supplies, in our body products, our makeups, our shampoos, many of the foods that we eat aren't even really food. They're really just merely made with food-like substances. Even the fruits and vegetables we eat are grown with pesticides and they're heavily covered with other poisons.
Yeah.
So here are your top offenders when it comes to toxic foods. Dun, 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 surprise! Sugar and sugar substitutes. Gluten, caffeine, which is a shame, but it's true. Dairy is huge. One of the program that Dr. Sarah and I are doing actually has eliminated dairy. And I got to tell you, it has made a huge difference in my life. I didn't realize, I don't do dairy normally anyway. Like I don't do milk or ice cream or anything like that, but I did do cheese. And I didn't realize how coming off of cheese, just that little bit would really make a difference for me.
It's funny with that for me too. There have been, I think, 2 times where I've like accidentally had some dairy and I could tell right away. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what.
So did you get like bloating or did you get something else weird?
Yeah, like kind of like bloating, like a little gurgling.
Yeah, I got it.
Stuff like
Okay.
that.
Yeah. Andrew, thanks for joining us. So we're just talking about toxic foods. So meat, right? It's grown with antibiotics and other hormones and, stuff like that. Obviously, we all know processed foods, right? Hot dogs, chicken nuggets, anything that used to be something and then got pushed into another shape. And soda, right? So many people are soda-aholics.
Yep.
And there's so many bad chemicals and sugar and colors and additives that it really builds up some toxins in your system for sure. And if you're drinking diet sodas, the fake sugar that's in there is neurotoxic, which means it's actually toxic to your brain and your nerves. So if you're having headaches and you're drinking Diet Coke, maybe you should give up the Diet Coke.
Hear that, Dad?
Wow, call them out.
All right, so the effects of toxic foods here. There are a number of different adverse health outcomes associated with a diet containing the foods that we previously just mentioned. These foods are also associated with poor overall dietary intake, which has been linked to a lot of different diseases and chronic conditions, including the following: cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, obesity, some different types of cancer, and osteoporosis.
So Kimberly asked, I switched to Coke Zero. How's that one? And I'm like, I don't remember what Coke Zero is sweetened with.
Yeah.
So I just asked her, so she's gonna let me know, and then we'll have a comment on that. So hang tight, Kim. As soon as we figure out what it's sweetened with, I'll let you know. All right. So how do we know processed foods are bad? Well, aside from knowing, right? Simple. Every time a population adopts a Western diet, right? So somebody who doesn't live in our country, so another culture, another country, right, takes on our diet, that's standard American diet, it gets sick, right? And, the foods that I'm really referring to are those that have been chemically processed or made solely from refined ingredients and artificial substances. Detoxing from processed foods really results in a lower intake of all of the following, right? Sugar and high fructose corn syrup, artificial ingredients like preservatives, colorants, flavor enhancer chemicals, and texturants. Now, everybody's like, well, what the heck is a texturant, right? It's an ingredient that's added to the processed food to actually give it a texture that is palatable in your mouth. Right? So think of all those people who don't eat things because of certain textures. Like I've got a kid that won't eat Jell-O, right? Because he doesn't like the texture of Jell-O. So, they have to add texturants to chicken nuggets and hot dogs and blah, blah, blah to make them a lot more appealing. Joel says, Sarah.
Hello.
Let's see. So, and you're also going to really take a lower intake of refined carbohydrates, right? The ones that are really responsible for those rapid spikes in blood sugar and insulin levels. Processed foods are engineered for overconsumption. They're made so that you overindulge in them, right? And they can actually lead to addiction. And in short, our bodies aren't designed to handle the massive amounts of salt, sugar, and unhealthy fats found in processed foods.
All right, so let's refine our palates.
Woo! Yes, we're going to become cultured.
So some pretty amazing results have actually been reported by detoxers who significantly cut their sugar intake. Weight loss is noted as the most noticeable outward sign, followed by a clearer complexion. But internal benefits include an increase in sustained energy levels and experiencing less bloating and gas.
I can attest to the sustained energy levels. Like, I have gotten so much done over the weekend. Like, I'm redecorating a bedroom, repainting furniture, still cooking meals for the kids. It's crazy.
Yeah. And refined sugar is one of the most harmful things that you can put in your body that isn't outright classified as a narcotic or poison.
It's crazy.
Emerging research suggests that sugar causes our cells to degrade faster, and that leads to DNA damage and accelerated aging.
What? I don't want to look any older than I already am. I'm going to stop eating sugar.
So once you've broken the cycle of that sugar dependency and cleansed your system of its effects, sugary snacks like donuts and cake won't have that same irresistible appeal that they once had, which we have already mentioned.
Right?
Really.
Yeah, totally.
And foods that you never thought of as particularly sweet, like bell peppers, carrots, and beets, will start tasting very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Something naturally sweet like an apple will taste like candy.
Right? And it does, too. It's crazy. I love it.
And by ditching the refined sugar, your palate will become more attuned to the natural sweetness of real food.
You know, that's really the goal, right? Is to refine our palates, right? To cleanse and detox the palate so that when we're eating that real food, we really can just savor it, you're right? And just be with it in the most wonderful way. And Cody has joined us as well. Thanks for joining, Cody.
Hi, Cody.
All right. So, you know, when we remove animal products from our diet, the body goes into a cleansing mode to rid itself of those accumulated toxins. And some of the noted benefits of detoxing from meat and dairy include reduced inflammation. So if any of you have any kind of chronic disease, inflammation is at the root of it. If you've got high cholesterol, you have high blood pressure, you have joint pain, you have irritable bowel syndrome, right? Inflammation is at its core, and decreasing the inflammation in your body will help to eliminate the symptoms of those diseases. You will have lower blood cholesterol levels, and like I just said, you're going to rebalance a healthy gut bacteria, right? We love the microbiome in the gut to be as balanced as possible to support your neurotransmitters, right? So mood and your immune system, all of that. So now, even if you're not ready to take the full plunge and go full-on vegetarian, we really recommend that you avoid meat and dairy while doing your detox because it will slow down your digestion. It'll clog up the bowels and it'll breed harmful bacteria in your gut. Milk, cheese, and other dairy products are acidic also to the body, which also is going to lead to reduced cell function and a slowing down of the detox process.
Yeah, and like we said, we could do some meat on our detox, but no red meat. Like it was pretty much chicken and turkey.
And fish.
And fish.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fish.
Me too.
I loved it.
Yeah, I love fish. All right, so now that you have a better idea of why you would want to do a detox, let's take a look at how it works. So detoxing is all about diet. And I don't mean dieting as in counting your calories, but actually removing the known food offenders and increasing your intake of non-toxic foods. So non-toxic foods are going to include stevia, so you can have kind of a sweetness, greens, fruits, water, vitamins, legumes, nuts and seeds, and herbal teas.
And I want to go back to the water, right, for just a second. Because the water that most people drink is very heavily toxic and filled with chemicals. All of you that are drinking bottled water are drinking anywhere from 20 to 24,000 chemicals in that bottled water. And the reason is because those bottles are made from plastic, which is petroleum. And the water is heated up at the bottling plant so hot that it almost melts the plastic and it leaches all of those chemicals right into the water. You know, you've heard like years ago, don't keep your bottled water in the car. It'll make you sick, right? It'll make you sick. Yeah, don't keep it in a hot car. Well, guess what? The damage is already done at the plant. So if you would like more information on clean water, high pH water, antioxidant water that will actually enhance your detox process and your healing process, leave me a comment in down below, and I will reach out to you to invite you to a demonstration about the water processor that I use in my house and how it has changed the life of me and my family.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Ooh, oh, this is me. I get to talk again.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get started, right? So when it comes to detoxing, you have so many options, right, that are available, really depending on your needs, right, and your wants. So detox programs can last anywhere from 3 days all the way up to a month. Fasting programs, like if you're going to fast, right, I don't know what's flying around here. Yeah. Should be done with extreme care and under the supervision of a doctor or professional nutritionist, and only for a short duration. It's always recommended to discuss significant changes with your doctor to ensure that you're aware of any potential health risks that may be there, and we can be that doctor that you talk to, right? 3 to 7 day juice fasts, drinking only fresh fruit and vegetable juices and waters, can be an effective way to release those toxins from your body. However, this type of detox can be too extreme for beginners. So if you've never detoxed before, we definitely don't recommend starting there.
Intense.
Yeah. And Kim asked, what about a Brita? So a Brita filter is going to be nice. It's going to take some of the chemicals out of your tap water, right? But not all of them. You're still going to have some microplastics. You'll still have some medications. Remember they're putting lye and lime and chlorine and fluoride and all those other wonderful things in there. And if your Brita is the only way you can go, I'd rather you be drinking Brita water than bottled water.
Hi, May.
Okay, so for longer duration detox diets, you may really want to try one of the following, or you can ask Dr. Sarah and I about the 7-day program that we did that we, host or lead here in the office. Yeah. So just simple fruits and vegetable detox. You're just going to eat nothing but fruits and veggies. You can make smoothies. A juice cleanse, right? Sugar detox. You eliminate all sugar from your diet for a week. And then there's also something that's called a hypoallergenic diet. And you can really kind of Google that, and it'll really give you ideas on what foods to eliminate allergies. And we definitely won't get into that tonight because that's a big whole nother discussion.
Yeah.
Helen's joining us too. Thank you.
Thanks, Helen. Alrighty, so setting our intent. So to get started, it's really important to first identify what your goal is. And then next you can determine a way to measure where you currently are with your goal so that you can track your success. So here are a few examples for that. If your goal is weight loss, weigh and measure yourself
Right,
first.
and there's actually a right way to measure. Right, and so we'll put some tips in the comments later tonight or tomorrow for how to measure.
And if your goal is to get rid of headaches, you'll want to document the duration, intensity, frequency, and surrounding factors of your discomfort or your headaches that you might be having.
Miranda's here too. Thanks, Miranda.
Hi, Miranda. If your goal is more frequent and less painful bowel movements, you should keep a chart to track them, and then track also what you ate before they happened and how you felt. And then if you want to de-stress, map out how you feel throughout the day, before, during, and after. And if you need any help with measuring your success, go ahead and share your goal below in the comments, and we can all brainstorm together.
We can, absolutely. That's why we are a community. I love it. Whoa. All right. And, I want to acknowledge, for those of you that joined us late, we were having technical difficulties earlier. Normally you'd have the slide up there and, Dr. Sarah and I would be up in the little corner. This was our quickest, best solution was to put the slides on a separate screen and then, stream us big. So normally they don't look like this. If you're struggling a little bit with it, we appreciate you hanging in there. Now, proper preparation is going to be the key to your success, right? Proper planning prevents poor performance.
Yes.
So one of the most important things you really can do to prepare is to clean out your kitchen, right? Get all those toxic foods out, right? If it's open, throw it away or give it to the neighbors, right? Go through your pantry, your refrigerator, your cabinets, all your baskets, right? Remove anything that's processed, sugary, or caffeinated. Letting go is such a great feeling, right? You can donate unopened boxes to a friend or a food pantry if you really, it just makes you cringe to throw things out.
Yeah.
Next, you want to gather a few recipes, right? And we'll share some to help you get started later in the class. And if you could spare 5 minutes to sit down and prepare your menu for the week, you'll have way easier time making your shopping list, right? And avoiding the temptation of those unhealthy foods. So when creating your shopping list, right, here's a tip. make your trip to the store easier by combining items on the list by department, right? So that way you're not crisscrossing the store 18 times like I did the other day because I went, oh, I forgot this. Oh, I forgot that, right? My list wasn't in order. I just got extra steps that day.
All right, so some tips here for stocking your pantry. You'll want to make sure that your pantry and kitchen is fully stocked with everything that you'll need before you get started. So one of the causes of eating poorly is lacking time to prepare healthy snacks and meals. And you can avoid this pitfall with a little food prep.
You absolutely can.
Once you get your foods home from the grocery store, prep everything before you even put the food in the fridge. And you're more likely to snack on already cut carrots or throw a meal together if all the veggies are already peeled and diced. Then
it's true for me. So true for me.
So the more that you can really prep ahead of time, the less likely you'll be to grab something unhealthy out of convenience.
Yeah, for sure.
And some useful kitchenware to have on hand include, some must-haves.
Absolutely got to have these.
A good quality sharp knife.
Yes.
And glass containers.
We love glass over plastic, right? We talked about plastic earlier.
And some nice-to-have things are a blender or immersion blender, a juicer, a food processor, or a food dehydrator.
And I would add to that list an air fryer.
I would too.
Totally add that. And I have all of those things in my kitchen. Which is crazy.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
So there's really nothing you can't do with a good knife. And also you'll want to work towards replacing non-stick cookware with stainless steel.
Yeah, those Teflon coatings are nothing but chemicals. And if your non-stick cookware is peeling or scratched, it's ending up in your food and you're eating it. And there's a whole documentary on Teflon. I think it might even be on Netflix. You can probably find it. And it's really, really toxic. And when I switched to stainless steel, it was amazing. And my cast iron. Love my cast iron skillet.
And if you're on a budget, flea markets and thrift stores are a good place to look.
Yeah, you'll be surprised what you can find. I found I call it my paella pan, right? It's this giant stainless steel Cuisinart pan. It's got to be 16 inches round. It's ginormous. And I found it at Savers. I found it at the thrift store.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hi, Delaney.
Okay, so we got to hydrate, right? When we're detoxing, right? We're eliminating those toxins. We got to put fluids in to flush them out. So start every morning with a glass of warm lemon water, right? Cup of warm water, half of a lemon squeezed into it. It's going to stimulate digestion. It's going to stimulate the liver and the gallbladder to help push those toxins out. And then, just keep lemon in your water throughout the day because it's going to support your immune function and it's going to alkalize the body, right? Because diseases live in acidic bodies and not in alkalized bodies. It's going to aid digestion. It's going to help clear your skin. It really just helps promote healing. Hey, Kyle, thanks for joining us.
All right, now we're going to talk about some smoothies and juices.
Yoo-hoo!
So smoothies are packed with nutrition and can make a great meal. Plus, you can hide all kinds of healthy additions in a smoothie, such as aloe water, spinach, chia seeds, strawberries, and pumpkin protein.
Yeah.
I don't know why you'd want to hide strawberries.
I don't know why you'd want to hide strawberries either. So, I've been sharing with everybody here in the office the last few mornings. My smoothies have been an apple, about a half an inch of a cucumber, a stalk of celery, 10 baby carrots, 2 cups of spinach, and a little piece of ginger root and some ginger essential oil and a little water and ice cubes. And it's beautiful. Or I'll add spearmint essential oil.
Sounds pretty good. That sounds like what I did on my second day of the
cleansing?
detox.
Yeah.
Looks like Aunt Mary Beth shared some information.
Ooh.
She likes to batch cook 1 day a week, make a big pot of vegan soup, and bake several Japanese sweet potatoes, and then she can always have something to snack on.
Nice.
That sounds like a great idea.
Great idea. I love it.
Give that a shot.
Yeah.
All right. So now I'm going to give you a recipe myself here for a green detox smoothie. Let's see how close it is to yours.
Yeah.
So 2 cups baby spinach, and I'm going to be posting this recipe in the comments as well. 2 cups of baby spinach, 2 cups of baby kale, 2 ribs of celery chopped, 1 medium green apple chopped, 1 cup of frozen sliced banana, 1 cup of almond milk, 1 tablespoon of grated fresh ginger.
Yahoo! I gotta add some chia seeds to mine.
And a tablespoon of chia seeds.
I don't know why you'd want the banana though.
I guess add a little more sweetness.
Maybe,
yeah. And
texture maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And remember what I told you about chia seeds? Once they get liquid on them, they get this like kind of gooey
jelly flavor or texture.
All right.
All right.
And then juices, on the other hand, can be extremely cleansing without the fiber. So your best option is to make your own juices.
Yeah.
Store-bought juices are just loaded with refined sugars, and they lack the detoxing nutrients that you need. So here is an ultimate green detox juice. It's going to be 2 green apples cut in half, 3 stalks of celery, no leaves, 1 cucumber, 8 leaves of kale, half a lemon peeled, 1 piece of fresh ginger, and a sprig of mint.
Yum.
That sounds like yours too.
It does too. It does. And we talked about having a juicer, and it just occurred to me, a juicer in the kitchen. And there's lots of different types of juicers. The one that I've got, I like, it's a masticating juicer. So everything kind of goes through the juicer nice and slow, and you can actually make your juice and store it for like 2 days in the refrigerator before it really starts to break down. Where the other type of juicer where everything goes through super fast and it like just crunches it all up, those typically have to be consumed right away.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, so the soup's on. Right on. So soups are so soothing during a detox, right? You can get a really well-balanced meal just by adding healthy fats and complex carbs, nuts, seeds, and herbs to a soup. So this
sounds like maybe like Aunt Mary Beth's soup.
I think this sounds like Aunt Mary Beth's soup. Absolutely. And Maureen is joining us. Thank you. So here's the ingredients for the detox veggie soup. And Dr. Sarah will post this in the comments also. So you want some olive oil, half of a red onion, 2 cloves of garlic, a tablespoon of fresh ginger, 2 cups of chopped celery, a cup of chopped carrots, 3 cups of broccoli florets, a cup of cauliflower, half a teaspoon of turmeric, or more if you like, 1 14.5-ounce can of unsalted diced tomatoes, preferably organic, or you can chop up your own tomatoes, 4 cups of water, a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, some pink Himalayan salt to taste, or sea salt, fresh cracked black pepper to taste, 2 cups of kale. You want to de-stem your kale and you want to tear those leaves into pieces. 1 cup of purple cabbage that's chopped up, and juice from half of a small lemon, and a handful of chopped parsley. And the directions on how to make that soup will be in the comments. Yeah. I'm not going to tell you how to do it.
All right, so I posted both of those now, so those should be up in the comments. Okay. So some additional techniques to aid your detox include eating plenty of fiber, and that's going to include brown rice, which we can't have that on
Right,
ours.
yeah, we're no grains right now.
No grains. But that can include brown rice and organically grown fresh fruits and vegetables. Beets, radishes, artichokes, cabbage, broccoli, spirulina, chlorella, and seaweed are all excellent detoxifying foods.
Good.
So the next thing you can do to help with your detox is cleanse and protect the liver by taking herbs such as dandelion root, burdock, and milk thistle, and drinking green tea. You can take vitamin C, which is going to help the body produce glutathione, which is a liver compound that drives away toxins. You can drink at least 2 quarts of water a day, very important. And that is made easy by bringing our 32-ounce stainless steel wide mouth water bottle.
Right, mine's 40.
Go. I think mine's like 22 only, but I fill it up many times a day.
You do fill it up many times a day.
And then just breathe deeply to allow oxygen to really circulate more completely through your system. Sweat in a sauna, so your body can eliminate waste through perspiration. And dry brush your skin, or try detox foot spas or foot baths to remove toxins through your pores, which I think that's really cool. I have never tried like the detox foot baths.
You know what? I have not either.
Have you seen?
I've seen the water gets gross. Yeah, super gross.
And like I said about the dry brushes, special brushes are available at natural product stores.
Yeah. All right. So, right now, completing. Right? So now once you've completed your selected detox, you don't want to go back and add in all that junky food that you were eating before, right? That you've removed, right? So, it's really especially important to not put solid food back in too fast if you've done a juice detox or a fasting detox. You're really going to want to incorporate solid food slowly. That way it's easy to digest and all of that kind of just comes back up naturally. You may be feeling so great after your detox, you don't even want to add certain foods back in, which is a win, right? However, if you do decide you want to add meat back in, okay, choose healthy proteins, ones that are clean, organic, grass-fed, few to no antibiotics or hormones, right? And just really do it gradually. And when we say gradually, I'm meaning maybe once or twice a week to really just start with. If you've removed several foods, right, wait several days before reintroducing each different item. For example, if you removed sugar, gluten, meat, and dairy, right, pick one and add that back into your diet. Then wait a few days before adding the next food. That way you can really see where your tolerance is and if you can handle that food or not. And this is really going to help your system from becoming overwhelmed again, too.
I think we'll start with grains so I can have some rice and have some sushi.
There you go. Nice choice.
All right. So that is all the information that we have for you guys today on the topic of detox. I think this was a really good class. I feel like a lot of people came out.
Yeah, we did. We had a lot of attendance tonight, which was awesome. And I think we really touched on subjects that people aren't really sure about, and of course, if you guys have any additional questions, put them down in comments for sure.
Yes. And if you are interested in the resources that were used to put this class together, just let us know and we can send those your way.
Absolutely. And thank you again for really joining us this evening. We really get that you guys had other things that you could do, and a Facebook Live class can take like a half an hour. So you really spent some time with us tonight. So thank you. We really appreciate you. Again, if you have any questions, post them. If you need time to let all the information really sink in, you can reach out at any time with any questions. You can shoot us a voicemail, an email, a text message, right? You can text our phone number. It will show up as a text message. And if you're ever feeling discouraged, remember what you're working toward, right? You got to have that why. What is your intention? We made it through our detox week, right? And we were pretty grumpy the first couple of days.
Yes.
And it did take some discipline. But we know that you can do it too. And we'd love to hear about your experiences over the next few weeks. Also, if you think you could benefit from one-on-one support, let us know, right? We can do in-office consultations and we can do Zoom consultations with you about your health and wellness and detox and nutrition and things like that.
Yeah. All right. So this slide has our phone number, our website, and both of our email addresses on here. But unfortunately, I don't know if you can see it very well.
I think maybe we'll just put it down in the comments.
Yeah.
Because there's a big glare from the light on the ceiling. And here, you know what? I'm going to do that right now.
It's probably on our Facebook page.
It is, absolutely.
But anyways, join us next Tuesday at 6:15 p.m. For our next Facebook Live class, which is Brain Health. Which that should be an exciting one, too.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that one.
Yeah. And head over to the Facebook event that we made for that class and just press interested or going if you're interested in learning more about your brain health. And please give our office a call to set up a consultation if you're interested in looking into starting a detox program for yourself, or if you would like to just take maybe a more holistic view of your health in general. Here at Get Well Family Chiropractic, we are here to help people not only to get out of pain, but live the healthiest lives that they can. And this includes taking a look at your nutrition and your habits and more. And I don't think we ever introduced ourselves at the beginning of this class.
We did not!
I am Dr. Sarah Ponica.
Yes, and I am Dr. Robin Lawrence, and we are your healthcare team here at Get Well Family Chiropractic. And I got our phone number and our emails in the...
Awesome.
Yeah.
And just so everybody knows, too, we have just started our Keeping Others Well food drive for this year, and we're running a new patient special along with it. If you or if anybody you know that you think might be interested in chiropractic care, if they bring 10 non-perishable food items to the office, you'll get a new patient consult, exam, report of findings, and your first adjustment, all for $25. We really look forward to helping out some new patients in the next month or so, and while also being able to help those less fortunate in our community.
And all of our food will be going to the Team Food Pantry here in Florissant. Yeah, so thanks for joining us again tonight. Bye, you guys. Have a good one.
Bye.